Happy Tuesday, everybody. Who wants to play some Magic, huh? Who wants to play some Magic? It's a good day to play some games. Let me... There it is. There it is. Can Yukuhiro's Knights. We're going to play some Magic today. And hey, now that I'm no longer in storytelling mode, hello to all of you beautiful human beings. Ah, yes. E-Viking says, you thought this was an anniversary stream? Surprise! It's actually a 3-3 elk. Yes. Oko completely decimates even streams. Ah, Sacred Foundry says, again, great hosting at the event. Ah, yes. After a tough day 2 of hosting, I was only narrowly able to qualify for day 3. I fucked up a player introduction, man. I fucked a player introduction up so bad. On stage, on air, the camera's zooming into me, and I say, I can't remember the name of our second player. Fuck. Oh, my God. Ah, shit. Avalanche Miles says, Sean, question. Do you think forgetting Mengu's name on stream? Well, I want to clarify. It's not that I forgot his name. It's that I forgot who was even playing. So do you think it's karma for taking the piss out of Becca for her bumble at the previous MC? I don't believe in karma. I like to just be able to say that I am fully responsible for that fuck up. Completely and utterly. Somewhere Becca Scott is laughing. Oh yeah, it was great. It was great. No, that's gonna become what people say when they botch it on air. They're gonna be like, oh god, I really day-9'd that outro. Ah, shit. Ah, fuck. You know, the event was going too well anyways. It was going too well. Come on, the event was going way too smoothly. Like, production always did everything fine. There were no audio mess-ups. Like, the transitions were perfect. The broadcast talent was great. Like, I had to be there to really bring it down a notch a little bit better. Ah, yes, obvious nerd. Arid Republics wanted to know the person that talked about it. It's Sen. It is Sen, the Taiwanese player. It was fantastic. This is one of the decks that was played at the Mythic Championship that I adore. I adore. This is a Knights deck. Let me explain it to you. See this Embercleave that we got 4 of? We get a whole bunch of little Knights. We try to bonk one down on that. The best target upon which to place is the Rotting Regisaur. It's so great. And the sideboarding plan is basically cutting the Inspiring Veteran, cutting the Steelclaw Lance, and then putting in some 4 of copies of things like Legion's End, Noxious Grasp, Angrath Rampage, Chance for Glory, things like this. Steelclaw Lance gets cut a lot, but it's very well-rounded. We're going to play a little bit. Oh, it's so good. Collision says, don't remember, did you do the hosting, desk and match coverage, all 3? I did general hosty duties. I also was on the sort of reaction sofa. I did these sort of like in-between game segments. I'd love to do some casting. I think that I'm much better at casting than the other ones, but... That is not a good hand for a deck that's looking to be aggressive. I guess I hang on to this one. The Acclaimed Contender goes. Maybe get our Knight of Ebon, Legion of Steelclaw Lance, Don Chano. Would you feel prepared enough now for some MTG casting? Oh yeah, I'd be super comfortable casting. Probably wouldn't be like 8-9 months ago. I think that to cast, frankly, to cast or host, you just need to have really deep, rich knowledge of the game. And by the way, let me just say thank you all so much for being here during the 10-year celebration special. Thank you so much for that. I know there was so much discussion and chatter and conversation in that, and I was in story time mode going right through it, and I apologize for missing all the various messages that were there. And if there's other things that you wanted to ask or react to or something like that that I missed, I know that I missed it. I'd be super happy to hear it. Octerral says, I wasn't aware this was going to happen, but happy to have stumbled at the right time. Yeah, man. Oh my god, it's Cheeto Fingers. Okay. Teamer Elementals. Shit. Boy, I am just not getting there, am I, huh? Vital says, you made me love SC1, appreciate it in flash times. God, it's so good. I guess this guy. I'm sorry, I don't have my Deckmaster open. I'm a dummy. Kimmy Cat says, happy 10 years, Sean. Love the community. Thanks, Kimmy Cat! Me too, this community's just so fucking sick. Oh, my Blacklance Paragons are getting a workout. Still believe in myself. Oh, Oring Monster says, Sean, just had something devastating happen in my life, so couldn't be happier to hear your joy-filled voice. Always love you. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my god. Life can really beat down sometimes, let me tell you, man. You know, I actually don't know. I'm surprised at how... Oh, this card's getting forked and banned soon. It's gonna get fucking banned so hard. We're about dead here, but that's fine. I'm always surprised how rarely I hear the element of boredom talked about in agonizing times. Maybe boredom is the wrong word for it, but I mean like the time between where you're just chilling. You know, like, hey, your friend's in the hospital. Huge kick of adrenaline, anxiety. Is she okay? Well, it could be bad, but... we're hopeful. Oh my god. And you get off the phone. 5 minutes passes. Am I allowed to watch TV? You know what I mean? You're watching TV and someone says a joke and you're like, haha, is that okay? I'm just conceding, I don't care about this game. What's the mulliganing structure here again? So I don't think there's going to be a lot of planeswalkers. So I think that what I do is I cut the... and then I put in the Noxious Grasps because there's green. Put in the Chance for Glories. Maybe one Angrath Rampage. Legion's End for the zombies? Maybe. Maybe. I'm not doing it because there's Risen Reefs and almost certainly the big elementals and almost certainly more of the Omnaths in there. And so all of these are horrible for Legion's End because they're more than 3 mana. It's more than 2 mana. So given that they are so horrible... fuck. Yeah, I'll hang on to it. Given that they're so horrible, I think that I need to not be focused on the zombie killing. I think I need to not be focused on the zombie killing and instead be a little more focused on slamming through pre-zombies. Because this is not as rampy as another deck. said Sean right before an Arboreal Grazer gets played. Alright, I could use a black source. Whoosh. Whoosh. Guys, 10 years! I've been broadcasting for 10 freaking years. 10! 10! Ten. 10, 10, 10, 10. Is that not sick? That's so thick. Come on, man. I've been stuck on 2. 11 more to go till the business can legally drink. That's nice. Benbo says, what's the longest break you've taken in 10 years? A 3-week break. You got it. I think I'm at platinum, no pips, so yeah, I don't particularly care. I'm just going to move on. 10 years. Hey, in entertainment, 10 years is pretty good. Personality-driven entertainment. 10 years is pretty good. Pretty happy. Nice. Ooh, maybe I should cut some Rimrock Knights. This is a card that seems like it could be cuttable. Poythink says, do you remember those podcasts you put out so long ago? Yeah, that was actually in my 10-year show. We started off with those. I'm gonna place the single red mana. We see black and blue. I'm not entirely sure what this could be. We'll see something probably pretty indicative here. I'm gonna do this now. This could get removed right now, but that's fine. Embercleave. So I don't think this will be needed for removal. I think I want the Knight of the Ebon Legion here. Just a very solid grower. Alright, let's take a swing first. So this is Dimir, so I mean I'm definitely worried about like removal and shit, like sweepers and whatnot. Hi, Sheriff Bear. Yeah. Sheriff, come here. Come here, sweetie pie. Sheriff. Sheriff. Hi. Hello. Hello. Here, let me move these things. Come here. Not great. Not great. I guess I'll go Steelclaw Lance because I love it. I'm expecting a sweeper here. Sheriff Bear. Come here. Yeah, that's my little brown cat. Nothing? Is this a dead dude? Alright, we did it. Who knows? So definitely not this. Definitely this. Probably some Angrath Rampage in here. This is not as necessary. I think I'll probably do something like this. Because I think we actually probably could go pretty wide. I don't really know when we keep the Steelclaw Lance. Maybe I do keep the Steelclaw Lance against control. You know, just like I always make a dude big. I don't know. I know Voice is about to eat some butter chicken in celebration of 10 years. So many. Woo! 10 years? 10 years? Oh my god. That feels... I mean, I actually forgot about this until earlier last week. This'll do. What sweeper in Demir? Ritual of Soot. Oh, it's Sultai. Sultai boy. Okay. Okay, so it was a Sultai guy. Bring it on, Goose. I sure wish I had boarded in some Noxious Grasps. Nothing, huh? Probably should have swung first, huh? Probably should have swung first. Yeah, I messed that up. Poop hard, my guy. This is actually kind of a funny one to have in this matchup. This is such a nut draw. Alright, so we're going to swing first. We want to swing first because this has Knight of the Ebon Legion, gets +3/+3 and gains Death Touch, so... You got it. Depending upon what this Acclaimed Contender gets, we could very well just like insta-win. Like if we get a Embercleave, we can just like Chance for Glory and fucking smash right in. I'll probably chuck a Blood Crypt. Let's see what we get. Putting big swords into the tiny hands of dinosaurs. Ah, crap. I guess the Inspiring Veteran is going to be helpful here. Hello. Boom. Deckmaster should be working. Nobody knows 84. It should be. If it's not, then that sucks. Yeah, I'll take this action. What do we want? Probably a mountain. I always want to have lots of red open because Embercleave is that red mana. So depending upon what Redshift 751 does, I'm going to take a chance on Glory. Gonna take a chance. Taking a chance. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, yes. This is absolute death. Together we will fight war. Let's get rid of this one. So I want to do this before, so that way if there is an Assassin's Trophy, this thing has to cast first. And now the dude's dead. Oh, this deck is sweet. Oh, that deck is sweet. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Didn't even have to do some Noxious Graspies, man, let me tell you. Feels powerful. Has green or blue spells? We're re-rolling this. What is this now? Black or green? Alright, you got it. Sanhedrian says, happy 10th and many happy returns. Watching from Europe, but so glad I tuned in before I drift off. Woohoo! Oh, the Decklist isn't updated. Well, shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a hand right there. Man. Alright. Ken, Yukuhiro's Knights. Mardu Knights. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Sonic. Fastest thing alive, yeah. Dum, dum. Alright, so we have no 1-drops. Let's get the Black Source out. Deckmaster isn't working? Well, shit. Alright. Alright. Is it working? Is it working now?
Those blind tyranny, surely you must be famished.
Perfect. Look at that. Look at that. We fixed it. Alright. Unemployed Shaku just gifted 10 subs. Oh, Shaku. Now, what do I do here? Do I, like, Steelclaw Lance and buff this guy? I'll just do this. The reason I think I do this is that I want to attack here. I did a pre-combat because Acclaimed Contender needs a Knight to be out to proc. Friends Super says, thanks for the sub, Unemployed Shaku. Congrats on 10 years, day 9. Love you, man.
Something for you to take on.
Oh yeah, that effect. Well, fuck, that kills us, huh? Alright. Something like this and like this. I think I generally lose this pre-sideboard. This matchup is tough for us. Well, the thing is that, like, when I do some brewing later, this deck is the deck to beat, 100%. Like, all the green decks. We might even be able to main deck Noxious Grasp, you know.
It's not poison.
Turn to Okos. It's just so hard for an aggro deck to deal with. Yeah, Oko's just super good. This is just super good.
We will not fail. Rise, my elemental friend.
So that sends us to 1. Alright, I can't win there, so I'm going to concede. I think I know the way to do this, huh? We get rid of the Lances, we get rid of the Inspiring Veterans, we put in 4 Angrath Rampage, we put in 4 Noxious Grasps, and we're done. Radian says, you mentioned a desire to be cast for future Mythic Championships. Do you see yourself as a martial alias style commentator, a Kibler Chun style expert, or Cedric style hybrid? I actually don't think of casting in any of those terms. I strongly believe that if you are being a commentator for an event, you should just have some expertise. I think that, like, saying this person can't do analysis because it's the expert's job feels weird. I think that one person on the broadcast team does need to be what I'll call the show anchor, where there's just a whole lot of show-based bookkeeping that must be done. Hey, welcome. This is the event. We're in this round. Here's the upcoming matchup, and this player is up for elimination. This player's not. That's just, you know, information transference stuff. Looks good to me. And I definitely think I do that well. I certainly don't have as much expertise as a Kibler or Paul, but so I would say that if I did do commentary, I would be that. I would be that functional role, certainly, but I would absolutely spend time talking about dim cool stuffs. Alright, so this looks like we won. If it's a Paradise Druid this turn, we just Angrath it. Leafkin, same thing. Great, even better. Killing this is incredibly important. Our opponent did not show a turn 1 Goose, did show a turn 2 Leafkin, so this is somewhat substantial evidence that there is a 4-drop in the hand.
Welcome to the feast.
1, 2, yeah. Oh shit.
So hostile to the truth.
I don't have red mana. This feels crazy knowing we've gotten this far in. Thanks so much for everything you've done, and thank you for cultivating the kind of community that I love most. Boy, that makes me happy to hear, man. Land would be amazing here. Do not bonk me. Fuck. Man, I have just struggled to draw a third land in these damn games. Damn. Not a lot of ways to get value out of this stuff.
I think a little merriment is in order.
I'm just conceding. This like, well, if I can draw a land, I can play the Rotting Regisaur, and that's like super substantial. But I mean, this is so frustrating to just like be stuck on 2 land in so many of these games. I mean, this is annoying. And that's just one of those, like, probabilistic, if you play an aggro deck with 22, this sometimes happen, but this is a little bit extreme. And, you know, the matchup that Mardu Knights struggles with is the Simic Oko stuff, so, you know, I'm just having a little fun playing it some. Has more than 22. Let me get the exact number in there. My deck's play first. This runs 24 lands. All right. Yeah, no, we're getting like disproportionately unlucky. Ugh. Got him. Yeah. I think blue-green X is too strong. I don't know about too strong. I want to see what happens with the meta right now. There's this real issue that the green decks are so good in these creature versus creature situations. Like, they're so good at, say, shutting down a lot of aggro things, while still also being able to be fast enough to fight against Golos Field, that sort of winds up being the key structure to go after. Is like, how do you deal with Golos and then some also other stuff. But like, if pure control decks exist because Golos is getting banned on Thursday, then all of a sudden, Simic could see a precipitous drop, because then basically they are a Nissa deck. So I know that with Field of the Dead in play, Field is banned, not Golos. Well, This is the problem, is that the deck that Field of the Dead shows up in... Okay, so we can swing with everything for 1 billion damage. So I can... Yeah, I'm just going to chuck this. It doesn't really matter. It's going to be a lot of damage, huh? And that's lethal. I call the Golos Field of the Dead decks Golos. So when I say Golos is getting banned, I sort of was referring to the deck, so I should be a little bit more accurate. Yeah, just casual swing for 16. But anyways, being specific, the Field of the Dead, given that that's getting banned, I think that helps a lot. Alright, so what do we get rid of? I think we get rid of this. Bring in these... I almost feel like that's it. Maybe one of these, maybe even not. Seems right. Yeah, so basically I think that once it gets banned, I think that Oko is still really strong. This is obviously a very strong card, but I think that it just feels a lot more reasonable. Like, if I am a deck... Like, let's think about your traditional Simic deck right now. What are the cards that actually threaten your face with damage? Oko, I'm making a lot of 3/3s. Nissa, I'm making a lot of 3/3s. Hydroid Krasis, I'm so big. Wicked Wolves are amazing against creatures, but Wicked Wolves are not, like, horrifying as a face threat because it's a very reactive card. Like, if you just play it out right, it's not nearly as efficient a card. So, like, if I'm running a no-creature deck, game one, really, I'm just worried about those 3 cards, Nissa, Krasis, and Oko. I think Gruul is actually going to be very, 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 very strong. I mean, this hand's pretty fucking sweet, huh? Lethal Rose is a Sluznia Go Wide deck, which is weak to field. Could care less about both Oko and Wolf. Yeah, yeah. No Process says, happy 10 years, Son. What if you got a chance to see any gameplay from Legends of Runeterra, and if you think you might give it a try somewhere down the road? I'll certainly try it. I haven't seen any of it. Haven't seen any of it at all. Not even a little bit. Chunk. I'm hungry, man. My sleep schedule's so weird, man. I kept falling asleep at like 11, but then I had to get up at like 6 a.m. I couldn't quite fall asleep quickly at 11, so I mean... I realize 2 Chance for Glories is pretty bad. Yeah, man says, is Steelclaw Lance worth opening yourself up to 2-for-1s with this much creature removal? What do you mean opening yourself up for 2-for-1s? Because the creature dies, but I don't see what the other negative effect is. I think this is the one I actually want out. Yeah, and in case you didn't know how this works, if the creature that has the equipment on it dies, the equipment just falls to my board, and then I can re-equip it on something else. Youngman says you spent tempo when you could have just played another creature. I'm going to briefly nitpick and say that that's not 2-for-1ing. I think that the question is why play, just to rephrase what you're saying, why play a Steelclaw Lance instead of, say, a creature? Oh, okay, this helps actually so much. Look at this. Here we go. Yeehaw. Yeah, so the question is why do one over the other? Generally speaking, in Magic, it's good to have more creatures out. This is nice as like a repeatable value thing because like I can have 2 guys and one of them, and neither of them are good enough to swing in and deal damage. But if I Steelclaw Lance one and attack with it, maybe my opponent's forced to do a bad trade, and then I play another big bad scary boy. Well, let's get rid of this one. How do I miss an Embercleave? Okay, well, I guess we're just going to pick up a Blacklance Paragon. So it's kind of like to push through damage when there's good blockers. Like an Arboreal Grazer is a good example. It's a 0-3, and if I have like a 1-1 or a 2-2, and I equip a Steelclaw Lance, I can smash through that. And then when that creature dies, I can equip it to another one, and then that one can smash through it. Cider Bear Forces. Hey, Sean. Finally can say I've been sober from a pretty horrible drug addiction now for 4.5 years. Want to thank you for getting me through some of those dark times with your funny and engaging content. Hopefully I keep going with this, being able to be a better version of myself than I was 4.5 years ago. I am so happy to hear that because, my God, drug addiction is really rough. I've had some... Goodbye, Steelclaw Lance. I think I just say no. Get an Embercleave. Maybe we can make this shit work. Oh boy, we're dead. I can't wait for this deck to be gone. I cannot wait. Wait, I cannot. Cannot wait. It's going to be so awesome. And then zombie. I actually don't think I can live through a turn. Especially if my fellow swing goes. Bam, bam. Wildcard says when this deck is gone, there will be the next deck that is just as oppressive. It's the nature of standard after rotation. I will note that I think that the oppressiveness is not what I think is the big issue with this. I think it's the linearity. Every single game is land, zombie. Like, every game that I play against Field of the Dead more or less feels the same. Which is different from, say, a Cavalcade of Calamity deck that has a ton of 4-of copies, but sometimes they don't draw 1-drop, sometimes they do. Sometimes they draw Chandra, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they do have Cavalcade, sometimes not. And there's these, like, varieties that come up. Oh my god, we got Savitz in chat. Says, congrats on 10 years. Oh, my friend, I missed you on day 1. I whiffed you. Healing. Get this Rimrock Knight out of here. I'm going in. Fox says, also think the reason Field is so good is it fixes the land issue of MTG. Yeah, basically. It's the fact that there's enough cards to support getting a variety of land out. There's a few cards that do a lot of good stuff with all that land, such as Golos, such as Hydroid Krasis. But more than anything, it's just that it turns this game into, like, non-stop. Every single turn 2/2s get summoned. There's no such thing as a bad top deck. It's also a big issue that land, historically the reason... Yeah, that's fine. Historically the reason that you want to use land, or you want to make sure land can't be messed with that much, is that this game definitely feels horrible. If you can't play your cards. It feels horrible. So I think in the last rotation there's a lot of land hate cards that at least gave some possibility to it. But, I mean, the game inherently has mechanisms to prevent land destruction from being a thing. It's rough, man. It's rough. You know, why not? Why not? We're going to hang on to it. Vicious Foxes doesn't Fairy 3 basically say you can't play your cards? Well, no. Like, it says you can't play specific types of cards at specific times. If you don't have a land, you literally can't play a spell. I'm not talking like on a spectrum. I'm talking like you can't cast it, period. If I have 2 mountains, I will never be able to cast this 3-mana thing. And I think that the example you give is a good one to show how dangerous it is to prevent people from being able to make certain plays. It just feels so bad to not be able to play your cards in contexts. And I think that this is part of what makes Field of the Dead an issue. Again, there's safety mechanisms put in place. To make sure that land doesn't get destroyed. Vicious Fox says, how can you play counter cards if Terror 3 is on the board? Oh, you can't. Which I feel like is not what the point you're trying to make is. I mean, again, my statement, the statement that is just sort of living at the core of Field of the Dead is that Magic the Gathering is a game that generally makes sure that you cannot... Despy, what the hell? It's fine. No, everything's actually okay. Yeah, here, let me pet you. Look, see, everything's fine. Where are we at? Yeah, Magic the Gathering is a game where it works really hard to make sure that you can play your cards by making land one of the hardest to interact with permanent types. So generally, land just comes out and stays out. And because Field of the Dead has a very powerful effect, an extremely powerful effect, it's just very, very difficult to have a lot of answers for deleting the land, because if there were a lot of really good answers to delete lands, well, then you just kind of wind up in the, oh, well, now people can't play their land situation. I have been getting stuck on 2 land way more frequently than I should. Do you want love? Despy. Hi. Let me pet you. Here, how about you chew on this box while I scritch you? Does that sound fun? I love you. Yeah, you maybe don't want to be pet right now. Okay. Alright, what do we chew on here? I need to just get a piece of cardboard that I can, like, insert on the cat's face. Oh my god! Why am I getting stuck on 2 land with this thing so much? Jesus. Restart the client. I gotta restart the client. Something's wrong with the shuffler. Alright, alright, alright. We're up against 1 zombie, huh? And it's just asking where I can find the deck. If you click up here on the Stream Decker and then just wait for like 15 seconds, it'll load. It's just a very slow database. Another zombie? Another zombie for good measure. So if I swing out... Oh my god. So if I chance for glory here, so I'm going to clear everything out. Then next turn, I'm going to deal 1, 2, 3, 4. I can deal 11 damage. Fuck. Yeah, I can deal 11 damage if I go Chance for Glory. And then other stuff. Alright, my opponent loses. Bam. I think. I'm pretty sure of. No, it's the same problem. I fucked up again. Alright, that's fine. Alright, we lose. I was like, I got it. I figured it out. Fuck, I miscounted, man. Damn it all. Down to 1 again. I should have Embercleave. Alright. I'm not playing this deck anymore. GG. Was opponent dead if we flash an Embercleave after blockers? Oh yeah, they were dead. Yeah, no, we just made a big mistake. Fuck this deck. What do we want to do? Well, I concede there because we lose the game. Ah, God. This deck feels so much more clunky.